Marie Antoinette, and today we are going to talk about penicillin. I did not have Elvis doll to put in my hair, so I put nutcracker instead. Yes. This movie is written and directed by Sofia Coppola. Now, you think that I might be partial to Sofia Coppola because she has made a movie about me. And that is right, I am partial to Sofia Coppola. Hello, I love you. Nobody does a female depression better than Sofia Coppola. And as a woman, when I watch one of her films, I feel like she understands the pain and suffering that I have gone through. This film was based on Priscilla Presley's book entitled Elvis and Me. The prison guard refused to read it to me, so I don't know what was in it. Priscilla is a very one-sided story. It is the side of Priscilla, played by Kaylee Spinney. Is that right? Did I get it right? I really don't remember her from anything else, but she's very easy on the eyes, and she's able to transition from 14-year-old to however old she was when she divorced Elvis. And then Elvis is played by Jacob Elordi. Lordy. So yes, he did a very good job with Elvis. He put his own little spin on it. That was very nice. He was very believable as Elvis. So good job, baby. He got that young, carefree Elvis that I think some of us saw in videos of him playing on the beach or whatever, you know? So Priscilla starts off with 14-year-old Priscilla. She gets talked to by, she's in Germany because her parents, I guess they're all in army. I don't know. So, and Elvis is in the army because his hips did not lie. They told the truth, and the truth was too sexy. He was too sexy for the United States. One of Elvis's homeboys, he went around to all of the underage girls and he asked them if they want to go to a party. So Priscilla, she asked her parents, and her parents are like, I don't know. And Elvis, with his charm, he talks them into it. Then Priscilla is at the party, and Elvis just loves talking to her because 24-year-olds and 14-year-olds have so much in common and so much to talk about. So, and Elvis is like, oh, I love talking to you. So Elvis talks Priscilla's parents into taking her out of high school and having her go live in Graceland, where Elvis's dad is her guardian. And here she is, she's going to high school, okay? She doesn't have any friends and Elvis is never there. And he gives her a dog, and the dog makes her very happy. But then she's not allowed to play in the front yard with the dog because the fans are always sitting there screaming, Elvis, Elvis, you know, so she can't even be in the front yard. And so Elvis, he takes her shopping, he tells her what to wear, he makes her dye her hair. It kind of reminded me of like a Vertigo, you know, like he is trying to fashion her over someone else. Was it his mother? Was it, I don't know. The bulk of the film, I felt like, was Priscilla alone in this house, just kind of being another thing, you know? She was like the records on the wall. She was there for when Elvis got there, and that was it. This was an ordinary girl and in extraordinary circumstances. And it was surprising to me that he was giving her drugs. Granted, this was pre-Dare, okay? This was pre-people understanding that drugs were bad. Back then, they thought that drugs were just useful tools to keep you up or put you to sleep, okay? So it was, but it was very disconcerting to watch Elvis hand a minor drugs. This was a very specific angle that was being taken, and I think some people were unhappy with that angle, but I feel like it's a very relevant story at this time, okay? Oh, I must warn you, okay? This film might be difficult for some of you to watch. There is a rape scene, and there is some domestic abuse. There is some hitting, okay? So if that is something that you have experienced in your life and you don't want to be re-traumatized, you probably do not want to go see this film, okay, baby? And all love to you. I hope that you are healing okay. So I think that is very important to know. Spoilers! If you don't want to find out how the bacon was made in Graceland, go away. Go away. I think it provided a very honest view of what being in a controlling and abusive relationship looks like. You know, the person who wants control, he's very charming and manipulative when he wants that control. And if you do not comply, sometimes he gets violent. Sometimes he gets angry at you for not being what he wants you to be. Domestic abuse is something that happens very often and it's rarely talked about. So I think it was very courageous to make a film about domestic violence that included such a beloved figure as Elvis. Huge risk. One of the scenes that I found very upsetting was when Elvis asked her opinion on a song and she didn't know what to say. She was so used to just being told what to say that she was like, I don't know. And then he got angry at her and threw a chair at her and luckily hit the wall and not her. But it was quite sad. I don't know if it was the theater that I was in or if it was the actual film, but the exposure was a little bit off. There was the stylistic choice that Sofia Coppola made where almost every scene is very framed, almost like a theater play. And then it's backlit, okay? So all the light is in the back. It was very difficult to see the actors' faces at times, which I loved. It was a unique choice to be made, and I think it also fed into, it helped you feel that era a little bit more, you know? And the shadows of Elvis, yes. I do think that it was the theater that I saw the film in. It was a little too dark. Like, I think the projector was not calibrated correctly because it was not quite as nuanced of images. Like, you could not see the actors' faces for half of the film, okay? So I am looking forward to watching this on streaming. One complaint that I did have about this film is that Priscilla didn't seem to have much of a personality. We just didn't see some of the intelligence. She's the one who created his lightning bolt TCB taking care of business logo, okay? She's behind that. And that wasn't highlighted. I think a lot of her brains were left out, and I was disappointed by that. But I do think that was, once again, a very conscious choice, because we wanted to show the relationship, okay? And maybe part of that was like Elvis's point of view of their relationship. Like, he didn't appreciate her. There were some scenes where it was like, girl, why don't you just leave him? Like, come on. He left her with all of the fans. Like, he's like, bye, and then he leaves her with all of the fans who are screaming at him, and she just kind of fades into the crowd as another fan as he goes away, as he flies away, whatever. And when he's leaving Germany, and the constant magazine covers of him with, I don't even remember, Margaret something. The Swede. What is the Swede's? And he's hitting on fans right in front of her. Like, do they even know who she is? Do they know that she's his girl? I don't know. I thought it was so interesting that she put her eyelashes and her makeup on before she went to the hospital to give birth. Like, I think her water broke, her contractions started, and instead of going straight to the hospital, she puts on her eyelashes and her makeup. And I wonder, was that because of Elvis, or was that because of her? I don't know. I mean, I think maybe Elvis did drill into her that perception is everything, you know? Like, it's very important how she presents herself to the world, because whatever she does, it reflects either poorly or well on him. And something I was thinking about after the film was over is how the most charming people are the most cold-hearted psychopaths, you know? Because I before this film, you know, I liked Elvis. I thought he was okay. Charisma is such an effective veil covering up cold-hearted psychopaths and dark intentions, you know? I wasn't there. I don't know if he was a horrible person or if he was just in a drug-fueled rage at times, because we know that people on drugs are very inconsistent, and maybe he was a psychopath. Maybe he was manipulative and just very good at it, and he had everybody fooled. Sofia Coppola is one of my favorite directors, and I think part of that is because of how she portrays the experience of being a woman, a female in this world. It can be very depressing at times. And it's like it's a very sad knowing, okay? It's a very sad knowing and an understanding. And an understanding of sometimes the very difficult things that women go through. And while Sofia Coppola has focused her stories on girls, specifically younger girls and younger women, I would love to see her take on a more mature woman's experience in this world. I'm not sure what that would look like, but I would eat it up. So please, that is a request. If you are so moved, sweet Sophia, please grace us with your gift. As you know, I have a very special rating system for the films that I review. Okay? If you make a film that I hate, you get the guillotine. If you make a film that is okay, it's okay, then you get a cute little fluffy pink sheep. If you make a film that makes me feel all bubbly inside, then you get champagne. Okay? Champagne. When it comes to Priscilla, I think it is a cute little fluffy pink sheep. Okay? I think it's worth watching. It's a good film. Thank you so much for gracing us with another film, and I do hope you do it again quite soon. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Goodbye. You can go now. Go away. Yes, go watch the movie. Bye. Bye.